Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Going. We're having all kinds
and
of
I'm
technical
Mr.
glitches.
Magazine.
And it's Saturday, BOLO Day, and Learn the Computer Day, apparently. We've got a bunch of fun items that sold this past week. We want to bring them to you, kind of show you, give you a nice deep dive into what they are and where you can find them out there. And take it away, Mr. Magazine.
All right. I had this when I was a kid. It was one of my favorite toys when I was in my Knight Rider phase. Knight Rider kit with Knight 2000 Turbo Booster 1982. I think Ertl made this. And the car's not even in the best shape, but I got $35 for it.
And that's a difficult thing to sell, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. If you don't really know the show, I'm looking, and I do know the show a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Knight Rider kit. I wonder what's part of that kit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that is just one of those things that, again,
where did they put it in? Let's see.
You would hope that people would.
It's in office equipment. No wonder. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, then.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to be talking to mine. Write that down.
Okay, well, there you go. So it's sold anyway. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. All right, next up, Willie Mays, God rest his soul, signed baseball, Steiner COA. I think I listed this right after he passed away, which is the market got flooded awfully quickly, but I think I took $250 on this, so still not too bad.
And that's a signature. I remember 20 years ago, you had me 25 years ago working in your store, and you had an entire wall filled with signed baseballs.
Yeah.
And you wanted to put up in some kind of order, and I just took one look at that, and I said, Ferris Fane? Whose signature is that? I don't know. And then you told me that was Willie Mays, and after about 4 or 5 times, I'm like, oh, that's Willie Mays' signature. Very distinctive signature out there. If you do see that, just kind of keep that in mind, because you might end up seeing it on some magazine or something like that or program it's been bought secondhand, third hand, and they're like, oh, it's signed by somebody, but I don't know who that is.
Yeah, and obviously the W does not look like a W, no. An F or a dollar sign, and Mays looks like, Mrs. P, who knows?
Exactly. So, but do keep your eyes open for that signature, because again, you might find it on a program and scarf it up real cheap because the other person selling it doesn't know what it is.
Yeah. All right. I feel my employees at my shop said I'm a genius. This was at my shop for a couple of years collecting dust on top of a cabinet. We had it for $50. I said, you know what? The Yankees are hot. They weren't first at the time. I go, let's sell it. It went for $250.
At bid or?
Yeah. No, I guess not. Look, they took an offer of $250, but it.
So how did you think the price set that high?
He must have price shopped it or ran some comps on it. But yeah, Yankees baseball helmet telephone by Nerdy Touchtone. So. Yeah, $250. So if you see any teams out there, I'm assuming they're all, football phones, baseball helmet phones, because I'm sure they don't make that stuff anymore, and it's probably 30 years old at least.
Wow.
So yeah, something to look out for.
And you didn't test that, I would assume.
No, I mean,
those generally nothing can go wrong on them.
I would think so. Sure. Next up, I've never seen this before. Typographica 5 magazine, June 1962. Herbert Spencer, Alan Bartram. Was listed 4 years ago and went for $80.
Another one of those, why did you list it that high? I mean, God bless you did. I've walked by magazines like that before.
Yeah, she must have ran some comps or something, and
Wow. I've walked by magazines like that before and not picked them up because I've not had luck with them.
I feel like this title is good, though. I've had a bunch of them. Maybe not all 80, but, $40, $50 I think some of them are. Wow. So definitely pick them up if you see them. Your favorite Bored Ape Excite NFT Figs Limited Edition Series 1 full box case of 12. Had this up for about a year, and it took $75 on it.
Oh, is that Nifty Figs? Is that? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Well, you know something? I would rather pay you $70 for that than $700,000 for an actual Bored Ape.
They got a bargain.
They did.
Next up.
They actually got something. They don't know what to do.
That's true. Yeah, shocking. 1979, the Black Hole movie poster. I believe this was Disney, but my lister didn't know that. But anyways, 20 by 24. These were fold-outs.
44.
Or 44. These were fold-outs that came inside Vanity Fair years ago.
Really?
Yeah. And actually, there's a Revenge of the Jedi one. I bought a collection of posters and stuff from a guy, and he had like 30 or 40 from Vanity Fair inserts taken out, like Indiana Jones, all from the 70s and 80s, and they go for $20 to $100, like the Revenge of the Jedi.
Wow.
He had 2 Revenge of the Jedis, and I kept one and got one for sale.
And that was in the Vanity Fair magazine?
Yeah, and it folds out, and it's thick stock, too, so it's like a centerfold piece.
Yeah.
I never knew that, because all the Vanity Fairs I've never had them in there, so they either didn't come in them or someone pulled them out.
Wow.
But yeah, so this is folding out.
That's surprising, because I've never been, I don't know if I've had any Vanity Fairs from that year, but nobody's ever asked me, is the poster intact? So interesting.
Unless it was just a small period of time where they did it for a few years or something.
Or certain markets or something.
Yeah. Next up, Meowsic Orange Cat Piano Keyboard. This was my son's when he was little. It went for $50. I sold it for $20.
It looks cool, though.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's actually pretty big. It's like the size of your lap. It's cool for a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
And last up for me, Sergeant Slaughter G.I. Joe Hasbro Vintage 88 figure.
I'm sorry about the accident.
Broken O-ring, and it still went for $15. So don't pass these by. If you see G.I. Joes and they're broken, they're junk. No, people can repair these because all you got to do is buy replacement O-rings.
Wow. That's just...
And I mean, a garage sale, $1, right? I mean, maybe 50
probably
cents.
Probably a throw-in.
Yeah, right.
You're buying a couple of other things. You go, hey, can I have this broken figure? Oh, yeah, you're buying other things. Take it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you can pay $5 for a bunch of things and get that thrown in.
For sure.
Wow. Yeah. Crazy. All right, speaking of toys, I sold Whammo Frisbee 1967 paper insert. The Direction of Games. Wish I had the Frisbee from 1967, but this was the paper insert that came with it.
That's probably more rare because they kept the Frisbees and threw that out.
That is true. I got $28 for it. Took a year to sell thereabouts, but thought that was pretty cool over there with that. You don't tend to see those around very often, and it actually is Whammo. So just kind of shows that even the paper guys can find stuff once in a while, such as Methods for Improving Shortwave Reception Booklet Postal Radio 1930s. Got 2 bids on it. I brought this up because I had this in a lot with 2 other things at Whatnot for $3.
Of course you did.
Everybody laughed at me and said, no, paper guy, we don't want your junk. Well, apparently eBay did. Come on by the Whatnot auctions if you're not already. I'm giving money away there. I just really, truly am giving you great deals over there. And I like to show you things that actually do sell on eBay, and they sell very quickly on eBay because what will happen if they don't sell on Whatnot, I'll list them elsewhere. So Whatnot usually is the first place I sell the stuff at. So
and he refuses to sell the leftovers to me.
I need $21.50. Rip's Retreat brochure, 1950s Haynes Falls, New York Catskills. This got 3 bids on it, $37.87. To quote Mr. Magazine, doesn't look like much. It's just a 3-panel brochure. I'm guessing 1950s on it. People had to have gone there, I guess, with their family or something to pay $37 for that. So very happy about that. Pick up Catskills and Adirondacks brochures if you are in the area where you can find those. Also pick up Lake Placid things. Took a $20 offer on this. This was sent out to somebody or other for being part of the Olympics. Buy tickets, do this, do that.
Yeah.
And yet again, nobody on Whatnot wanted it. I brought it over to Whatnot and I said, people, I'm trying to give you money. Anybody want any free money? And they all walked on by.
Why would they not think that's valuable?
I don't know. Up next, Grand Ole Opry. I've shown you in a previous BOLO video. One of these sold very well. It had Patsy Cline in it. This went for $28, and you're saying, big deal, $28. A couple of things. If you do get the banjo cover like that, apparently that is the better cover, so do keep your eyes open for those.
Better.
Number 2, this might have a few condition issues on it. And it still went for $28 with those condition issues.
Yeah.
Somebody had taken it out of a scrapbook, obviously, and not well. But I still got $28 for it. But if you do know country music, it was absolutely loaded. Ernest Tubb, Minnie Pearl, Hank Williams, and many others, Bill Monroe. So absolutely loaded program. No Patsy Cline, alas. Every once in a while, she is alas, in case you didn't know. War Department driver's trip ticket and PM service record 1944, World War II, lot of 14. You ever get lots? Just stuff that you're looking at it going, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, I do.
Lot it up.
Here you go.
I got $42 out of this lotting it up. I don't know, 14 of them. I said, $3 a piece seems reasonable on that.
Yeah.
The person may end up breaking them up. I have no idea what they're going to do with them. Hey, good for them. They're now the proud owners. But it is World War II service records, so kind of odd little item. I've never seen them before, but again, I didn't know what to do with them.
Nice.
Ever seen that magazine before, Mr. Magazine?
I've seen a lot of these. I got some runs, I think I have.
International Bonsai Magazine, and I have watched previous BOLO videos where someone named Mr. Magazine has brought these up. So I was at a sale, and they had 2 bins of these, I don't know, 40 issues total, and they wanted $10 a bin, but it was half price day.
Wow.
So I ended up getting 40, 45 issues, something like that, for $10 total.
You paid a lot less than I did.
And I have now doubled my money off selling this one over here. So just proof that watching the BOLO videos can pay off, because I probably never would have bought this before, except I saw it and I said, I know these sell because Mr. Magazine has sold these. So do like, subscribe, and watch the BOLO videos. They made me money. They can, ouch,
Yeah.
they can make you money too. And up next, you would have seen this in a haul video from Allentown. I picked this up for $1. I picked up the other different years as well. The other years went for $36. This went for $95. Wow. Hell's Angels, New York City, 4th St. Patrick's Day, a beer drinking party flyer.
How big is that?
8.5 by 11.
Wow, impressive.
Single-sided 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Would have been put up probably on a telephone pole, something like that.
1970s, and what do you think?
I think it might be 80s, but I don't know for sure. Yeah.
Not too bad though, $100, man. You can't argue with that.
No, for turn a buck into that.
Bids too.
Yeah, turn $1 into that. I'm very, very happy with that. So, kind of a neat item. I was when I saw that sitting in the guy's dollar bin, I'm like, really? How would you not pull that out and think that that's a little bit better?
Exactly.
But I'm kind of glad that he didn't, because I ended up making a few bucks off it. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. Hopefully you can hit the like button. Sorry for all the glitches, me breaking my hand, Mr. Magazine learning the computer for the first time.
Yep.
We'll work it all on out for next week's show. So hit the like button, and we'll see you next week.
Take care. Bye-bye.